Shantel Texera. Is Shantel here? Shantel? 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 Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. This is my papers. Yeah, this is mine.
I won't touch this now.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Prince Hall Family, an evening of scholarships and awards. At this time, we are about ready to begin, and before we do, we have the dignitaries who will be approaching the stage shortly. When they do, we'll ask you to all rise and receive them. We will be receiving the Most Worshipful Grandmaster and his cabinet. Please all rise. Please be seated. I will now introduce you to the chairman of our scholarship committee, who will also be the chairperson for this awards, Right Worshipful Brother Justin A. Petty.
To the Most Worshipful Grandmaster, the Honorable Eves R. Ming Yung, Right Worshipful Grand Lodge officers and members of the craft, to the Worthy Grand Matron, Sister Heavenly Mitchell, and Worthy Grand Patron, Brother Joseph Catan, Prince Hall Scholarship Committee, family, friends, and our distinguished Prince Hall scholars. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Justin A. Petty, and I'm the Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master of this Prince Hall Grand Lodge and the chair of the Scholarship and Awards Committee. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to an evening of scholarship and academic excellence. This evening, we'll be awarding over $30,000 to our Prince Hall scholars. This is something that we have done annually for over 20 years. We hope that your stay with us will be an enjoyable one. Before we begin, we should never undertake any important task without first invoking the blessings of deity. So I will now call on Right Worshipful Brother Ian G. Wilson to offer an invocation. Please rise.
First John chapter 5, verse 2 states, "By this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and keep his commandments." 2 John 1, verse 4 says, "I rejoice greatly that I found of thy children walking in truth, as we have received a commandment from the Father." Almighty Father, creator of heaven and earth and everything in between, we humbly come before you with thanksgiving in our hearts, asking for your never-ending mercy. Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to open our eyes this morning and see another day. We thank you for bringing us here safely here today, and pray for those who wanted to be here but weren't able to. We lift your name on high above any name that has ever existed, our Father and Creator. We ask you to bless, protect, and pour your supernatural favor upon these young adults who are about to embark on new experiences in their lives. We thank you for their parents who have worked tirelessly and have brought them here today. God, we ask you today for divine intervention in our lives and your touch in all our areas of our lives. All these things we ask through your Son, Jesus Christ. And all the people say, Amen. Amen.
Freemasonry is the world's oldest and largest fraternity. It is comprised of adult men of good character from every country, religion, race, age, income, education, and opinion. Its body of knowledge and system of ethics is based on the belief that each man has a responsibility to improve himself while being devoted to his family, his faith, his country, and his fraternity. In this world of plenty, no one should be in need. Freemasons believe that the desire to help others is a natural byproduct of our own personal growth and development. When good men come together, this desire and our ability to put it into action grows exponentially. From the earliest days of Freemasonry, providing care and resources for others has been one of our most vital activities. In fact, Freemasons all around the world donate our time and give over $2 million to national and local charities every single day. More importantly than financial support, however, is that all Masons give generously of both their time and talents, and tonight you will witness this. I will ask you to please rise again as we all sing the national anthem. Anyone standing in the back, please take a seat amongst the audience. And if we can all pay heed to the flag. The words are in your program. Thank you. I didn't think you wanted us to sing it again, Brother Lagon. Please be seated. I will now introduce to you the Right Worshipful Senior Grand Warden of this Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge to introduce our keynote speaker, Right Worshipful Brother Colin M. Harrell.
Thank you very much. To the Most Worshipful Grand Master, the Honorable Eves R. May Young, the Deputy Grand Master Justin A. Petty, the Grand Lodge officers, our esteemed guests, brothers and sisters of the craft, the community, and all our aspiring leaders, good evening. My name is Colin Harrell. I'm the Right Worshipful Senior Grand Warden of this Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you a pillar of our community, Mr. Marvin Venay. Serves as the Chief Advocacy Officer of Massachusetts-based Tech Goes Home, a nonprofit advancing digital equity statewide. He's a registered lobbyist, strategist, public speaker, and entrepreneur. Since joining Tech Goes Home during the pandemic, Marvin has worked to identify the opportunities to highlight the adversity many communities in Massachusetts face regarding digital equity. To do so, he engages with learners to understand their pain points, enrich their experiences, and co-create solutions that address the digital divide in Massachusetts. As Chief Advocacy Officer, Marvin oversees all efforts to engage policymakers and public stakeholders at the federal, state, and local levels to help them understand the impact of digital equity. He is the lead relationship manager working with the city and state leaders, community organizations, and private sector businesses to advance critical policy solutions to develop and facilitate logistics that provides access to technology, internet connectivity, and digital literacy for learners. Marvin has led the effort to raise TGH's profile through statewide expansion efforts and successfully secured $2.5 million in state and local ARPA funding to support digital equity efforts in the city of Boston and across Massachusetts. Before joining Tech Goes Home, Marvin ran Public Goods, a political consulting firm, as co-principal. He has also served as Deputy Director of Government Affairs at the Massachusetts Treasury and Executive Director for the Massachusetts Black and Latino Legislative Caucus. Marvin is also Chief of Staff for Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, Inc., Eastern Region, and head of the Ministry Department at Morning Star Baptist Church as a licensed minister. Marvin is a community voice for the powerless and proponent of equity in all spaces. Marvin currently resides in this beautiful city of Boston with his lovely wife and 2 children. But before I bring Marvin up, we have another bright shining star in our midst who is going to offer us a song. Boston born and Dorchester raised, Shantel C. is a Cape Verdean American leader, a young innovator in the making. Having been immersed in the performing arts since childhood, Shantel has extensive experience in the professional music industry. While studying music, business management on a full tuition scholarship at Berklee College of Music, she swiftly switches between taking the main stage as a performer and working behind the scenes in A&R, marketing, and branding. Whether she's in the spotlight herself or developing artists from a distance, what truly lies at the heart of all her professional work is a deep passion for uplifting marginalized voices from the communities that have been historically silenced. Paving the path for all creative to write and direct their own narratives, Shantel is well on her way to creating more space for diverse innovation in the global music industry and artistic world at large. I give you Ms. Shantel C.
Hello, hello. Oh, wow, it works. Look at that. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Yeah, okay. I love the, y'all look so beautiful. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much, Justin, for having me. Where'd he go?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Man of many hats, I tell you. Yeah, my name is Shantel C. I actually was a recipient of the Prince Hall Lodge Scholarship, so this brings me back. Thank you all so much. And huge congratulations to this entire front row. Like, I'm not one to be like, oh, I remember when I was in your shoes, because like when I was in college, people said that to me like before I got there, and I was like, okay, I get it, like you already did this, so I'm not about to do that to you right now. If anything, like I still feel like I'm in this spot, so I'm gonna give a little piece before. I hope that's okay. I'm gonna wrap it up, I promise. I just want a raise of hands, and it's okay. You don't gotta be shy about it. Who here is even just a little bit afraid or overwhelmed by the concept of the future? I'll put my hand up so quick. Okay, everyone hands who's not down, period. I'm proud of you, because you can put your hands down now. Appreciate it. I think it's amazing that, yes, there's so much to be excited about with the future and figuring out the next step. It's really, really exciting. But at the same time, it's so overwhelming. And I feel like this position in your life, especially like before college, like right in that point in your life, there's so much pressure put on you to like make big moves and change the world and figure out the next big step. I know that was placed on me, and I still feel it, which is why I say I literally still feel like I'm in that spot. I think if there's anything I'm 21, so I still have yet to learn, right? I think I'm starting to realize if there's anything that comes out of my mouth that will stick with you today, and this is why I chose the song that I chose for today. Whatever you decide to do, whatever that next big thing is, don't worry about that until you figured out this self. Everything starts right here. If you are not fulfilled, if your spirit and your energy and your mind is not completely fulfilled, there's no way that you can go out there and fulfill all these big expectations that you have for yourself and that other people are placing on you. It's like an empty cup. There's no way you can pour into other people. You can't pour into this world that needs y'all and needs us so much. We can't embark on any of these challenges until we're all set here. So I just want to, I know it's still overwhelming, but at least like your first starting point can be right here. And then once you got that, you're all set. You don't have to worry about it. You can play the track. Can we get some snaps? Y'all know this song. I know you do. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat. This wind is blowing my mind. See the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Na 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 na. Hey, I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize that there are some with no home and not a nickel to loan. Or could it be really me pretending that they're not alone? Oh, well, oh, deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with that. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Hey, I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Better get it right while you got the time, 'cause when you close your heart, yeah, you close your what? Your mind. Hey, with the man in the mirror, I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, you gotta look at yourself and then make that change. Na 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 na. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna make a change. I see it in your eyes. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. Thank you.
All right, give it up, give it up. That's Miss Shantel C. Thank you very much, sis. And now, without further ado, I give you our keynote speaker, Minister Marvin Venay.
Good evening. Good evening. Can we do a little bit better than that? Good evening. Good evening. I know it's a long day. Sunday is usually that day where we're trying to transition back to Monday, and typically we're trying to relax, but this evening we've come to celebrate. We've come to celebrate these young people and their growth, their maturity, and their ability to capture the very personification of who they are so they become greater than who they are currently. And I just want you all to rise on your feet and give them a round of applause at this time. Thank you. Now, young people, I need you to stand. Those who are receiving rewards tonight, I need you to stand. And I need you to turn around, and I need you to look at your family and give them a round of applause. Now, I know they have bothered you. I know they have done things to you that you did not like. They've made you
do things you didn't want to do, but you stand here on their prayers. You stand here on their fight. You stand here because someone didn't give up on you. And so we don't want you to give up on yourself. All right? Please take your seats. Thank you. The protocol has been established here on this evening, and so I will not go down a list of individuals to greet. I will just simply say thank you for this awesome invitation. I really truly appreciate the ability to come here tonight and to share a few words, hoping that they inspire someone. When I looked at you young people, I saw something that you might not even see yourself just yet, and that's okay. Many people are going to tell you what they see in your life. They're going to tell you who you are. They're going to tell you what you should do, but I'm going to tell you to pause and dream. I'm going to tell you to think. I'm going to tell you to skip the ideas of what the world perceives you should be and identify what you desire to be. I'm going to tell you to live in that space of opportunity where you can stand and to deal with who you are in that mirror that was just described and become your best version. I'm talking to the individual who has sat down and been told you couldn't make it this far. I'm talking to the individual who had family issues that led them to cry at night. I'm talking to you, those who've been burdened, but now it's time to rise. You are great. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You look great. What you would do tonight and moving forward will be nothing but excellence if you decide to be that, because it is your decision. I know the journey has been full of tests. I know it has made you question a lot of things, but I promise you, it's well worth it. I promise you, it's well worth it. Some of you sit here right now and you're wondering, why am I here tonight? Why did I have to come? I did everything that I was scheduled to do. I filled the application out. I submitted my information, and I received an award. But why am I here tonight? You're here tonight because the men of Prince Hall not only believe in you, but they want to sow a seed in your next steps. And that is to tell you that somebody sees something in you right now that will give you the lift and the boost to be able to go out and do marvelous things if you decide. You ask why I continuously say if you decide. It's because you have a decision to make. You're at a crossroads. Leaving high school and going to college or going into trade or going into entrepreneurship requires a decision, and that decision must be made by you. No one else can make that decision for you. But what I do know is you will make the right decision. What I do know is you will be a shining example. What I do know is you will change how this world looks at young people from just what you do with your decision. Because your voice matters. Your voice is loud, and your voice is worthy. I want you to look back on the places you've come from, the lessons that you've learned, the accomplishments that you've garnered. What do you see? Take a moment, scan. Last 4 years, what do you see? What have you fought through? Who was there with you? And why do you think it occurred? And as you reflect on all of those moments, I want you to see your strength being built. I want you to see your integrity being developed. I want you to see your spirit getting stronger, because you are greatness, and no one can take that away from you. not one bit. 2 weeks ago, I had the fortune of attending my daughter's graduation of getting her master's from New York University. And the speaker spoke of how life is like a passport. Each step you take is another stamp on your passport of life. And ladies and gentlemen, you have just began that journey. The question is, how many stamps will you get? How many places will you go? How many people will you meet? How many joys will you have? And how many pains will you turn into glory? How many stamps will you collect? The next steps you embark on will allow you to be transported into arenas your wildest dreams cannot imagine. You will enter into spaces and times that your ancestors dreamed of, and even the dreams they couldn't dream, you will live them. You will be their voice. You will be their silent tears. You will be their moments of despair. You will be their strength as you walk this earth. Your eyes will fixate on change. Your mind will develop plans to address the injustices in the land, all while your souls will swell up to exist as the most profound and effective leader on the planet. But let me give you this disclaimer. Nothing comes easy. Everything requires work. If you ask your parents, I'm sure that they will tell you there are many things that they desire to do, and a lot of things that they sacrifice so that you could sit here. But I tell you right now, all of their sacrifices was to allow you to be able to get another stamp on your passport and to go another step further. So I tell you, high school is only the beginning. You will be battle tested, but you will persevere. You will exude to new levels of perseverance. You will see yourself in new ways that you never imagined. You will look in that mirror and you will see a new person. You will question a lot of things. People will tell you a lot of things. You will go on Instagram and you'll identify with someone else's life and you will re-examine your life. But I want you to know that everything that is put on the internet is not good. And everything that looks perfect ain't great. But you, the human, the naturalness of your body and your essence shall be exuded in everything you do if you give it a chance. So I want to tell you a couple keys to surviving. Keep your faith. I'll let you know a little secret. I stand as a personification of faith. I was never supposed to make it. Society had already counted me out. But because of 3 women in my life, my mother, my grandmother, and my great aunt, I stand before you. I've raised 2 children. One will be 25 in a week with a master's. The other is 17 and will be sitting in your seat hopefully next year as a senior. Because of their prayers, because I learned discipline and manners. When you say yes, sir, and you say no, ma'am, and you say yes, ma'am, and you say no, sir, you are showing that you are strong and you respect and reverence others. Do not lose that identity. Do not get into the world and feel as if you are owed something. You are there to deliver on something, and that something is the promises that have been presented to you from the very beginning of your life. It is now time to stamp your passport. Faith was the lesson, and I audited classes often to learn it. The noise was a paramount for me back then, and I'm sure you all face this. There are a lot of things going on around you, and you wonder, should I step and put my foot into that activity, or should I stay the course and remain focused? It's easy to go for the fun because the fun looks good. But I want you to know sometimes you have to sacrifice fun so that you can have joy on a longer term. Some things look great in that very moment, but I tell you, you have the ability to see it longer if you just pause and rethink and recalculate your destination. I grew up in an environment in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where there were two options. Either I joined the gang or I hit the books. I watched young men get initiated into gangs, and I stood by, and I watched people lose their life to drugs, and I stood by, and I watched people lose in every possible way. But I made sure that that wasn't the story of my children. And as I tell you that example, I tell you that simply because your parents have lived that themselves. Your parents have seen those areas of life, and they've fought and they've pushed, and they've told you to read when you didn't want to read, and they told you to clean the dishes when you didn't want to clean the dishes, and they told you to take the trash out when you didn't want to take the trash out, and they told you to make your bed when you didn't want to make your bed, and they told you to go to that program and participate in a school when you didn't want to. Why? Because they believed that if you just stepped out and did something different, you could separate yourself from the pack, and you could be an illustration of greatness. Back in high school, my best friend had a stroke. That was my grandmother. And each and every day I found myself at the rehab center, walking through her rehab as if I were one of the PT members. I thought I was a doctor at that time. I was asking questions and I was getting answers, and I was trying to make sure her leg moved this way and that her shoulder moved that way, because I wanted her to get better. And I suffered. I suffered in my grades because I couldn't keep up everything, because I was so overwhelmed and burdened by her dismay at the moment. But I remember praying to God, and I remember asking for strength to carry it through. I remember because I was working a part-time job, and I was going to school, and I was trying to be at the hospital each day. And I had to stop and I had to reconsider which direction I was going. And I remember talking to my grandmother. My grandmother looked at me and she said, "Son, if you don't focus on what you need, then we can't get out of here." And I didn't understand it in the moment. But once I realized and it clicked, I started to refocus on the things in which I had in front of me that I could control. Because I couldn't control her rehab. I couldn't control her muscles and how they would adjust. I couldn't control the decisions of the doctors, but I could control those things that were in front of me. And it was those very things that I was able to achieve that actually gave her the energy to get herself better and to get out that hospital and to return home. Why am I telling you this story? Because I need you to understand that life will throw some things at you, and it will come to those who you love the most. But you must continue to thrive and strive for excellence. You must continue to persevere and push through and fight. Do not give up because of adversity, because adversity will always exist. It is designed to keep you cornered. It is designed to keep you down. But I ask you, do you want to get up? And do you want to add another stamp to your passport? You will leave here and you will go on to school, and you will meet people that have more resources than you. And you will meet people that have more access to you. And you will meet people that can write better than you, that can talk better than you, that can dream bigger than you because of their experiences, that can dress better than you, that can walk in a room and take over the room better than you. But guess what? They cannot do what you do. They cannot be who you are. What they have might be for the moment, but what you have will last a lifetime. if you cultivate it. If you nourish those elements inside of yourself that make you who you are, if you find that very thing that is specifically designed for you, if you look in that mirror and ask, what is my purpose, and you find it and identify it, I guarantee you, you will excel beyond your wildest imagination just because you invested in yourself. Believe me, many people will tell you the opposite, but I want you to know that mirror is your foundation. That mirror is your growth. That mirror is your opportunity to see your self naked and to be able to see your greatness despite the afflictions brought upon you. Because you're a conqueror, you're an overachiever already, you're great already, you're beautiful already, you're amazing already. Now it's just time to live the things that have been described about you so that you can actually grow to become greater than you ever imagined. The child my mother had in Pittsburgh has moved on, and I've done some things that I never, ever imagined. And what I will tell you is, you can do the same thing. People will count you out. They will tell you you're not qualified. They will tell you a lot. But I just want you to know, you are the dream that has been unanswered yet. You're the desire that people are looking to get connected to. You're the person that's going to change someone's life just by your presence. When you enter into spaces, people are going to look at you and they're going to want to emulate you. There are people who you've never met before from other sides of the country that are going to come and want to hear your story because your story is going to change the trajectory of their life. You are going to be able to sit down at tables with individuals and leaders and speak with such brevity and such desire and such strength and such courage that those who have more than you will come to you for answers. I believe that you can do more than you ever possibly imagined. This is the time is now. Let no one tell you anything differently. Stand on the prayers of the righteous. Stand on the prayers of your grandmother, your mother, your great aunt, your niece, your uncle. You want wisdom to be your footstool because you want to stand on principles and you want to be everything that you imagine you could be. Do not allow anyone to tell you differently. You are kings and queens made in the great image of God. You are the personification of faith. You are the life unlived and about to be unraveled. I look forward to hearing about your marvelous activities. I want to see it splashed in city papers. I want to see it on the news. I want to see you doing all that you ever imagined, and I want to see you live it because no one can take anything away from you. Thank you.
I think you can do better than that. Give him another round of applause. I've known Marvin for a very long time. He's my little brother. We got comedians up here on stage. So this is the moment that you've been waiting for, right? Answering those emails that I sent, right? Okay, this is the moment. So at this time, we will have the scholarship presentations. We're going to start with the lodges and chapters of the jurisdiction, and then we're going to move into special scholarships and so forth. Some students, we have 39 scholars receiving scholarships. I think this is the most we've ever had, right? 39. And then, yeah. However, since this is the month of June, we know with June comes what? Graduations and stuff. So we have some students that are trying to make their way here because their graduation actually was today. So they don't want to miss it. I told them, don't rush, you know. If you don't, we can always mail it to you. But if they come, they come. So there are some students that are actually attending graduations right now. The first lodge that are going to be is going to be making a presentation is Rising Sun Lodge number 3, and the recipient of this scholarship, past Grandmaster Edgar R. McLean Scholarship, is attending his graduation right now. So, are there any representatives from Rising Sun Lodge present? I see Derek, Brother Derek. Can you please come forward? Thank you. The recipient of the past Grandmaster Edgar R. McLean Scholarship is Prince Hall Scholar Justin Gomes. And receiving it on his behalf is Derek Duncan from Rising Sun, past master of Rising Sun Lodge number 3. Rising Sun Lodge is one of our first and oldest lodges in the jurisdiction, dating back to 1848. Yeah. He came and took it. He came and took it. Go ahead. This is my best part. Give him a round of applause. I would like to call on the Worshipful Master of John T. Hilton Lodge number 6, Worshipful Brother Andre M. Robertson Sr., and any other member of John T. Hilton number 6 to make the presentation of the Dr. Cephas Jackson Jr. Scholarship and the past Most Worshipful Grandmaster Reuben H. Meade Scholarship. So the Dr. Cephas Jackson Jr. Scholarship, the lodge looks for students who demonstrate goodwill, have good character and a good reputation, an individual of higher moral fiber, not afraid to encourage and inspire their peers while simultaneously taking action themselves. The recipient of the Dr. Cephas Jackson Jr. Scholarship is Ogosha Abraham Idugbo. Unfortunately, he's not here, so the Worshipful Master will receive his scholarship on his behalf, in his behalf. And he has a nice little, see, John T. Hilton is something else, huh? Coming up here. I told you this is my best part, you know. Yeah. The recipient of the past Grandmaster Reuben H. Meade Scholarship is Liana Wine Grant. I would like to call on the representative of John J. Smith Lodge number 14. I think the senior warden is here. The worship master is not able to be here today. To present the Louis I. Amos and Carl O. Duvall Scholarship. This is a scholarship named after past masters of John J. Smith Lodge number 14, my lodge. So you can clap. The worship master is Brother Richard Phipps. And we have here, representing the worshipful master, the senior warden, Brother Anthony Francis, as he makes his rounds. And the recipient of this scholarship is Mr. Nassau Thani Noel. Liana will be attending Northeastern University in the fall, and Nassau will be going back to Morehouse. He's a Morehouse man. Yeah. Representatives of Mount Zion Lodge number 15. We have the worshipful master and his entourage. Oh boy. I forgot you were a part of Mount Zion Lodge. Here to present the past Master Vernal E. Percival Award, which will be awarded to, you want to say a few things about these awards, Worship Master, please? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I have to raise the mic up for him and lower it down for you.
Good evening. The awards that are granted this evening from Mount Zion Lodge number 15 are in honor of past masters who have been dedicated towards scholarship and the achievement of young people within our community. And it is our honor and privilege in support of the Grand Lodge of Massachusetts to do such. Thank you.
The recipient of the past Master Vernal E. Percival Award is Michael Lorman. Michael will be attending Pace University. The recipient of Right Worshipful Aaron Smith Scholarship is Anthony Ravenel, Jr. Oh. Anthony will be attending Morgan State University. Oh wait, we have a lot of Morgan State alum in here? Okay, all right. Okay, Morgan State representative. The past Master Wilburn Evans Senior Scholarship is being awarded to Cameron Evans. I don't think Cameron is here with us today, but we will be, the worship master will accept it on his behalf. Give a round of applause. We're not done. We're not done. We're not done. So Mount Zion, you want to talk about the... Okay, go ahead. Somebody bring a bench? No.
It is with great pleasure that Mount Zion also is presenting on behalf of our lodge 2 book scholarships in the amount of $50 to our recipients, at which point J.L. Young and, Brooke Bowser will be presented with those.
She's here.
She is here?
Yeah,
Sorry.
May Jameson, she wrote about May Jameson. Which one is it? JL. She is in the 1st grade, and she wrote an essay on May Jameson. She wrote her essay on May Jameson. She's in the 1st grade. You guys can do better than that. Come on. See, we start real young. We work our way up. We got, you know.
Come up.
Oh, where's her, Mom? Come on, Mom. This is a future Eastern star here. Come on. And another one you're bringing too, so come on. Mom knows the deal. She's like, okay, right? Yeah, you know the deal. Come on. Yeah. Come on, Mom. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Wait, there's one more. So Brooke Bowser is in the 5th grade, and she wrote her essay on Madam C.J. Walker. Unfortunately, she's not here today. Thank you. Thank you, Worship Master. Thank you. For the representatives of Paul Lawrence Dunbar, number 19, please come forward. I know the Worshipful Master, Brother Brandon Roberts, is not here today. Is there any other representative? Oh, we have Past Master Morgan Waleem Peters, Senior, and we have a few other brothers. Waleem. Anyone. He's a chair. That'll go. So just say about the Chester Island and Richard T. Green. Okay. Just say something about it quick, and then I'll announce it.
So the scholarships for Paul Lawrence Dunbar, Lodge number 19. One is in honor of past Grand Master Chester Robert Isles. It's the Book Fund Scholarship. The second one is in honor of past Master Richard T. Green. And a word to everybody. As our children go through 4 years of college, allow me to say this as a professor. It's wonderful to get them in, but we need to maintain the resources to keep them there. I've seen too many freshmen that I didn't see graduate. So we need to keep this going. We need to keep this momentum building.
Thank you. Who's the recipient?
The recipient of the Chester Isles Book Fund Scholarship is Morgan James Peters II. He's a junior at Goddard College.
Earning his BFA in music.
And he's earning his BFA in music.
And he's brother of Morgan James Peters II. Oh, yeah. What?
Who's the next one?
The next one is the Richard T. Green Scholarship. It's being awarded to Stefan Kalagbodi. Unfortunately, he is unable to be here today, so the lodge will accept on his behalf. Representatives of Widow Son Lodge number 28 saw the Worshipful Master, Brother Selwyn, Worshipful Brother Selwyn Eccles, to present the past Grand Master Oscar A. Wells Scholarship, the Widow Son Lodge number 28 Founder Scholarship, and the past Master Kenneth Hearns Scholarship. The past Grand Master Oscar A. Wells Scholarship is being presented tonight to Davin Pandian. Unfortunately, Davin could not be with us today, so the lodge will, the Worshipful Master, can you come this way? Please accept this on behalf of Davin. Give him a round of applause. Widow Son Lodge is one of the largest lodge in the jurisdiction.
Good evening. Hope everybody's enjoying the program. My name is Selwyn Eccles. I'm the current Worshipful Master of Widow Son Lodge number 28. Without going into too much detail, these scholarships tonight, one of our brothers that came over here in 1974, his name was Oscar Wells. He's a past Most Worshipful Grand Master of Prince Hall Masonry, jurisdiction of Massachusetts. So that first scholarship we just gave out is in his name. The second scholarship is in the name of all of our founders. Our lodge was founded in 1902 in Cambridge, Massachusetts, but in 1974 we came over to Dorchester, Massachusetts, and was healed by Prince Hall Masons, and thus we became part of this fraternity. Our second scholarship, you want to talk about who's going to? Okay. The second scholarship, which is our Widow Son Lodge number 28 Founders Scholarship, is going to, I'm going to try and pronounce the name properly. Kalia Pritchard. Yeah?
She will be attending UMass Boston, majoring in psychology.
And finally, our last scholarship, is going to, unfortunately, we lost one of our brothers in recent times, Brother Kenny Hearns. He's a former Boston police officer as well. So this new scholarship is in his name. It's the scholarship of Brother Kenny Hearns, and it's going to Zeta Adams.
Look how we're losing the money already. Look at that. Look at that. We're going to see her on TV someday, soon, very soon. New York University, majoring in drama.
If you could just mention that, no, we can later. Right, worship. Okay, great.
So let Garcia know you got competition.
Yeah. Brother, one of our esteemed brothers, Brother Naheem Garcia, you might have seen him in The Purge and Equalizer 2. And yeah, I'm putting him on the spot. He has competition now. I just embarrassed him, you know, but go check out those movies. He's one of the key roles in those movies. Union Chapter number 9, Order of the Eastern Star. Worthy matron Corinne Paris. Oh, she's going to choke me. Please come forward. Worthy Grand Matron. Worthy Grand Patron.
No, let them make the presentation.
Yeah.
Take the picture with us. Take the picture with us.
Hi, good evening. It is an honor to award a scholarship in memory of a member of Union Chapter number 9. Doreen Rochelle Taylor, it was an amazing woman who dedicated her time to the chapter and the order. It is with great honor on behalf of Union Chapter number 9 that we reward a recipient. Oh, it's two. Okay, 2 recipients with the scholarship for their hard work throughout their school career and for their future. So the first scholarship is going to go to Brianna Townsend.
So now my daughter gets a competition. She's going to be going to UMass Dartmouth, majoring in nursing. That's a program my daughter graduated from as well. She's a and Lisa Thomas, Sister Lisa Thomas, competition for you there too. Each one, teach one. Yes. I want to publicly apologize to the next recipient. We accidentally omitted her name from the program, but we do have your scholarship. So, but I'll print one out for you with your name in it so you can have it as a keepsake. Okay. Kimira. The next recipient
is Kimira Cofield.
We have another nurse, Curry College, majoring in nursing. Congratulations. These next scholarships, we call them special Grand Lodge and individual scholarships because they were scholarships that came from the Grand Lodge and also scholarships that came from individuals, whether in the community or amongst the Prince Hall family, who felt the need to contribute to the scholarship and awards program. We're one big family in here. We have many houses, but we're one big family. Give us a round of applause. So the next scholarship is the William C. Dukes Family Scholarship. It's named after past Master William C. Dukes, who on his passing, he donated some money to the Grand Lodge to earmark for scholarships. He was from Union Lodge number 1. The recipient of this scholarship is Jaja Anika Rose Williamson. Anyone from Union Lodge here? It's all quiet. That's a Grand Secretary. All quiet back there.
Right here.
We have another student going to Pace University, business major, fashion minor. The next scholarship is named in honor of past Most Worshipful Grandmaster David R. Phillips from Castle Williams Lodge number 11. He passed away many years ago, and we have established a scholarship in his name. I know his wife, his widow, Tony, is probably online watching the stream, and we want to welcome everybody who's on the stream. I forgot to mention that earlier, but we welcome you and thank you for tuning in to the Scholarship and Awards program. The recipient, is anyone from Castle Williams here? The recipient of this scholarship, and every year, this brother right here religiously sponsors this scholarship. He is from Castle William Lodge. There's a worthy grand patron, Brother Joseph Catan, and he makes certain that this scholarship is funded every year. So we want to give him a round of applause for that. And the recipient is Amaya Bishop. They just put the wrong name. It's Amaya Bishop. Yeah. Yeah. Tucker, go on the other side. It's so dark. And she is going to, I'm happy about this one, she's going to Emerson College, and she will be majoring in journalism. I used to teach at Emerson College. Maybe you'll see me there again. The next scholarship is also named after a past Most Worshipful Grandmaster who has now gone on to our Celestial Lodge above. It's sponsored by the officers and members of Richard Allen Lodge number 30.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that.
That's the Grandmaster's Lodge. He said, oh, no. Yeah, oh, yeah. Can those members of Richard Allen Lodge please come forward to help present this scholarship to the Worship Master? Come on, Worship Master. Charles Merkman, standing up over there. Today. The recipient of this scholarship is Kiara Aliyah Ragland. Richard Allen Lodge is located out in Springfield, Massachusetts. So these brothers have come a way to present this scholarship. And this is the Grandmaster. This is the Grandmaster's Lodge. I want to have a job tomorrow. You can get up in them, mommy. She will be attending Georgia State doing IT tech.
Since we got him up there, let me do Alex, and then you can do it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Don't leave yet. Stay right here. No, go ahead. We're gonna since we got Richard Large number 30 in here, up here. We're gonna skip to the next one now. Is the Alexander J. Cotton Scholarship. Those of you that had the privilege to meet this great man, he was in my lodge. Not only was he a friend of mine, a master mason and a brother, he was also a true mason. Unfortunately, about 3 or 4 years ago, at a very young age, God see fit in his wisdom to call him home. He passed away from cancer very fast. It is a privilege for me this evening to have his daughter come forward. His daughter here present with us from Springfield to make the presentation to his memory, to our lodge. We want to make sure that we keep his memory alive. And his daughter, to her family, to her, she'll come in and give you a few words and doing tremendous thing for pancreatic cancer. By the time the doctor found it, it was too late. They discovered in April. They gave him 3 months to live. In July 2021, 2020, God called him home. Please welcome his daughter to give you a quick remark.
Thank you, everyone. So we're thankful to be here, my family, on behalf of my father and my family. Thank you to Prince Hall Lodge, to Grandmaster Yves Magnon. This is a great privilege. I'm so proud of all of you here. You guys have worked hard, and we appreciate you. One of the things that was important to my father, I'm going to echo the sentiments that you heard before, his community, giving back. And he really valued his community, giving back to the youth. You guys are our future. So it's really important for us to put the time, energy, and effort into you guys for your growth, for your success in the future. And I wanted to really thank you all for being here, and thank you for all the hard work that you're doing, because you are going to make a difference. Marvin said a lot of great things that inspired me, brought me to tears, and I just hope that you take all the words that you hear today to inspire you to keep going forward. And we appreciate that, all that you do. He mentioned community. One of the other things that we are doing in his name is helping other families that have passed from pancreatic cancer, right? So it's important for us to give back to those families who are having financial hardship. So any way we can, we're trying to give back and just help our community that we come from so that we can give other people a chance to thrive and succeed. So thank you. Are you going to announce the... You can announce it. Okay. So the recipient for this scholarship is Imani Hayes. So congratulations to you, Imani. Come on up.
She's a sophomore at UMass Amherst in chemical engineering. I want to be a chemical engineer. That's a big thing. So, our next scholarship, I'm going to ask one of our past pillars of this organization to come forward in the name of past Grandmaster Frederick B. Summers to assist in presenting his scholarship, the scholarship in his name, the Frederick B. Summers, past Grandmaster Frederick B. Summers Scholarship. The recipient of this scholarship, unfortunately, tomorrow he will be having eye surgery, so he wasn't able to come here because he has to prep for that. And we want to wish him the best as he undergo his surgery, and Godspeed. And we know he has a family member here present, Kip, to receive it. Past Grandmaster Summers, you want to say a few words quick? The recipient of this scholarship is Brandon Maddox. And here to receive the scholarship on his behalf, his godmother, Beverly Steed, and he's going to be attending Suffolk University pre-law. The next scholarship is also given by one of our past Grandmasters and his wife, Dr. Reverend Marjorie Jones, and past Grandmaster Compton Jones. Is Compton here? Unfortunately, he could not be here. They could not be here tonight to make the presentation, but the recipient of that scholarship is Saul Khalil Daughtry. His proud parents over there. And I must say, looking at the name, last year, I think Saul's sister, who was a Prince Saul alum as well, was a keynote speaker, Kiera Daughtry. Saul, where are you going? Another Morehouse man, majoring in cinematography, my field. Yep. The next scholarship is given by the past Grandmasters of this Most Worshipful Prince Saul Grand Lodge. Unfortunately, the young lady who's receiving this scholarship is not with us. Oh, we have a representative. Good. Oh, you just made it. Oh, okay. The past Grandmasters are all the Grandmasters that have sat at the head of this organization, and they have decided to create an annual scholarship. The name of the recipient is Janai Nicole Howard. She's here to receive it. She's a senior at Howard University, majoring in nursing. Another nurse. We're going to post these pictures on Facebook, our Facebook page. So if you have Facebook or Instagram, please visit our page. On Instagram is MWPGPHGLMA. So that's Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge, Massachusetts. Just use the abbreviations. That's on Instagram. Or you look up Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Massachusetts on Facebook, and you'll see the pictures there in a couple days. The next.
That's it. Okay. The next scholarship is given from my adopted father. He's also a right worshipful of this Grand Lodge. He gave this scholarship in memory of his mom, Carrie E. Jackson. He couldn't be here this evening with us. He's from Springfield. But it's indeed a privilege for me to give this scholarship on his behalf. The recipient is Divine Strader. She's here.
She's not here, but a parent.
She couldn't be here with us this evening, but her parents is here to receive it on her behalf.
boy, these nurses. Georgia State, another nurse. The next scholarship is in memory of Sister Dorcas Lee Dunlap Elisa, who was a member of the Order of the Eastern Star out of New York. Well, her son is a member of Widow Son Lodge number 28. I saw him earlier. Is Right Worshipful Elisa in the house? He was here earlier. He might be in the office. Tell him it's his time. The recipient of, I'll give him some time to come. Okay, the recipient of that scholarship is Connor Lashley. He will be he's at Northeastern University, majoring in biology. Next scholarship is the Barry Downs Memorial Scholarship. This is named in honor of past Grandmaster Timothy R. Downs. When the pandemic started, Mr. Barry Downs was one of the first victims of COVID. He worked for American Airlines in Florida, and he contracted COVID in the early stages in April of 2020. And he was one of the first individuals to succumb to the COVID-19 virus. In honor of his memory, past Most Worshipful Grandmaster Downs decided to do a scholarship in his memory. And the recipient of that scholarship this year is Dimitri Lee Irby. He will be attending UMass Boston, majoring in creative writing.
Fred.
You ready? So they're right here. This is data, and then this one is
So I'm just going to say a few words.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, just give me a try.
I will. The next scholarship award is the Shantel Frederick Mitchell Memorial Award. Shantel's short dash was 22 years. I am Shantel's mother. This is Shantel's father. Shantel attended Boston Arts Academy. We have blessed the students there for a number of years with financial awards. This is our first Prince Hall Award, and the first recipient for the Shantel Frederick Mitchell Award is Dayton Ray. Dayton couldn't be with us today. I'm sorry. I'm just. That's it. I'm going to take a picture.
He will be he's going back to North Carolina ATT and majoring in engineering.
The second recipient is Kyrie Langdon.
We're almost there. We're almost there. The next scholarships are General Grand Lodge scholarships. The first recipient of this scholarship is Amaya Williams Stambuli. She will be attending Johnson & Wales University and majoring in biology. The next recipient was actually here earlier, but he has graduation today too, and he had to leave for his graduation. But we're going to accept this on his behalf. Haji Glover Jr. The next recipient is Dekaya Simmons. Georgia State University, Psychology and Business Administration.
If you look at in your program, you will see the next category. As Grand Master of this Grand Lodge, I asked the deputy, would it allow me to make a remarks on this scholarship? To the young student that's present to us, and we are strong believer pay it forward. Sometimes those that make it in life, they come back to the community to give back to the community. We are very fortunate right here in Prince Hall. In the midst of darkness, there comes light sometime. While we have the epidemic going on, we had a program in here from Harvard University. Harvard University? Harvard Street Health Center, I'm sorry, to give vaccine to the COVID. To it, we made a nurse to that program. And to her, she introduced us to a very fine man that did something very great in the kindness of his heart. I'm not going to speak too much about it. I just want to introduce him. I'm doing that right now. He don't ask nothing back for what he's doing. We believe in support those that support us. His family is very fortunate enough to own a restaurant. He'll address that when he come up here. But one of the great things he's doing, we found out about a scholarship program. He promised every year, to donate $10,000 to Prince Hall. He did $10,000 last year. And he also donated $10,000 against this year. As you see, the next scholarship is Carmela Di Parola scholarship. That young man is here with us, very humble man. His name is Damiano Di Peroa, and his sister is also here with us. I'd like for him to come forward before we make the presentation to say a few words. I know, I see sister. I see. Let me be the first, sir, on behalf of this great institution of ours, to say thank you for your kindness, for your donation. As I said to you early on, this man donated from his heart on behalf of his mom. He's going to bring a remark. Please give me your attention, please.
Thank you. It was very nice, Brother Eve. I get emotional when I think of my mother, so I'm going to make this short and sweet. So my sister Laurie, Loredana, but they call her Laurie because they're going to pronounce her name. She started working here a few years ago, and I'm in business in the North End of Boston, and I do a lot for the community there. So my sister was telling me about the community here and how everybody embraced her, and she told me about Brother Justin and Brother Eve, and I wanted to meet them. So I got a tour, I got a little history lesson of everything that's going on here, and I decided that it's time to step outside of the North End and to do something nice somewhere else. And let me just look at this one note I have, because I don't like to read from things. But anyway, so I guess Brother Justin was telling me this award goes to young people of ability, character, scholarship, and fundamental need. And my mother and my father, they worked many jobs when we were kids growing up so that we could go to school and we could get an education and that we could better our lives, better the lives of our children. One thing that I really loved when I came here was, that God exists here, family exists here, and country exists here. And those are very important things. And I just wanted, I'm not going to bore you, but I just wanted to give something back in the memory of my mother. And, God bless the parents that work hard and, they keep their kids on the right track. And God bless you kids that work hard and want something good in life. And it's a beautiful people here, and, go get it, you'll get it. Just keep going. And God bless all of you, and thank you.
And as I said it before, this man and his sister, they donate from the kindness of their heart. They're asking for nothing in return. I'm doing this myself. He have a restaurant in Norton called Camelina Norton. Please support him, because we know this man donate to our neighborhood. He donate to our organization. Okay, please support him.
I want to put her on a spot. I received an email a couple of days ago, and Loredana was named the Employee of the Month for Harvard Street Neighborhood Health Center. Give her a round of applause. It's through my acquaintance with her. She introduced me to her brother, and it speaks for itself. Thank you.
Can I just say something?
Yes, of course. Wait.
And dessert is from the North End. Modern pastry, the cannoli, the pasticcini.
Somebody's really happy back there. Yeah, they walked in here today and said, we got some pastries. I was like, yeah, bring them over here. Yeah. Thank you so much for your generosity. The first recipient of the Carmela de Paola Scholarship Fund is Ms. Cyan Genesis Martin. Cyan will be attending Wheaton College, majoring in pre-veterinarian. The next recipient is Mr. Bright Okonbo. He will be attending my alma mater, Boston University, majoring in health science. The next recipient is Jasmine Castillo. She will be attending UMass Boston, majoring in criminology and psychology. The next recipient is Ms. Ariana DePina. I think our scholars figuring out that we have a lot of criminals out there because she's also going to UMass Dartmouth, majoring in criminology. The next recipient is Mr. Kamani Greaves. He will be attending Stonehill College, majoring in sports management and journalism. The next recipient is Amia Weeks. Oh, sorry. And that's my friend. Look how he just did that to me. Look at it. She will be going to Temple University, majoring in pharmacy. The next recipient is Jaden Malagati. He will be going to Fitchburg State in game design. The next recipient, is Elijah Ashad Headley. Unfortunately, he is not with us today, and we will accept on his behalf. The next recipient is Mr. Elijah Daniel.
All right, so thank you, I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My name is Elijah Daniel, and I will be attending UMass Amherst for sustainable horticulture.
I wasn't trying to mess that up. And that concludes our scholarships, the awarding of scholarships. We want to thank Mr. Di Paola and Loredana for their generosity.
Wait.
The Grandmaster really downplayed Carmelina's restaurant. Oh, I'm sorry, we have one more. We have one more, I'm sorry. My apologies. The last recipient of the Carmela Di Paola Scholarship is Mr. Sheldon Brown. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
He's a sophomore at Wentworth Institute in Mechanical Engineering.
So unfortunately, I have to leave because we were at a christening and we left. Italians, we drink and eat all night during a christening. The babies, it's sleeping, so that's not the important part. But anyway, God bless everybody and good luck to all you young people.
You definitely got to visit his restaurant. I took my family there, and the food is awesome. Carmelina's in the North End. It's 307 Hanover Street, if you're ever trying to figure it out. Yeah. We're going to do some... We're going to do the book awards. Now, when each student arrived, we gave them a little green ticket. And this is the purpose. Pull out that green ticket. Since we have a few book awards, what book awards are they in an amount of $250? And it allows you to purchase a textbook or something. Textbooks are very expensive nowadays. I know because I teach at a college, and when I was in college, textbooks were expensive then. So we're gonna raffle off these book awards. I'm gonna take your name as you get it so that we can get you a check for your book awards. The first one is going to be from Widow Son Lodge, number 28. Let me do it. Widow Son Lodge, number 28. The number, get your tickets, is 772059. Ah! No. What's it? Don't leave before you get your checks, because we don't know who was going to get a check, so we have to write them, okay? Kamaya Cofield. The next one is the Boston Housing Police for past Master Milton Cole, also by Widow Son Lodge. It's 77252. So, Kimani Greaves. Yep, I got it. The next one is going to be presented by, this This next one is from, last September, we recharted a chapter of the Order of Eastern Star in Trinidad and Tobago, and that chapter is Esther chapter number 22. The members of Esther chapter are watching right now live, and they decided to send a check to offer one of our young scholars a book award. The number of that book award is 772062. 772062. The next one is sponsored by Sister Carla I. Bodden in memory of her brother who unfortunately committed suicide. His name is Federico M. Jordan, and this is the Federico M. Jordan Memorial Book Award. The winner is 772047. No, a couple more. The next one is sponsored by me from my company, Just in Time Productions, my audiovisual and music production company. And the winner of that book award is 772060. Four more. What's her name? Zeta. The next one is sponsored by our junior grand warden, Robert C. Young, Senior, and the winner is 772078. The next one is presented by Renee Salters and sponsored by Don Carmel Reality. The number is 772050. Two more. The next one is sponsored by Mimi Sola, Francis N. Thomas. The number is 772075. I got your names, thank you. And the last one is sponsored by Sister Renee Salters, A Ray of Sunshine, LLC. The number is 772-049. Yeah. And that's it for our book awards. And I must tell you, this year, we're giving out a lot more book awards than we've given out in the past. So hopefully next year, we'll have more book awards to give out and so forth. At this time, I would like to call on the Right Worshipful Brother Joseph Catan, our worthy Grand Patron, who will introduce the worthy Grand Matron.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to all of you, and congratulations to the parents for what you received this evening. As you heard, my name is Joseph Catan. I am the worthy Grand Patron. One of my exclusive duties is to introduce the worthy Grand Matron, Sister. Grand Patron, who's here? Before I do that, I want to introduce my predecessors. Brother Ike Scott is sitting in the back, that way. Brother Leslie Pierre Charles, he's in the building somewhere. And Brother David Smalls, he is our photographer today. And now, I want to introduce the worthy Grand Matron of the Grand Chapter, the Eastern Star Jurisdiction of Massachusetts, Sister Heavenly R. Mitchell. Please stand to receive her.
Thank you. You may be seated. With protocol being established, good evening all. First, I have to give honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, from whom I walk by faith and not by sight. I'm honored in sharing with you the achievements of our young people. Very hardworking. You're here. This is one chapter in your life as you move forward to the next. This is an occasion of pride for all of us who have come to celebrate you on this auspicious day. It's a day for which we honor you. And in those awards, whether it be financial book awards, words of wisdom, creative poetry words, it's an opportunity to pour a little seed into your future. Congratulations to you all, high school students and matriculating students, on a job well done, as you're one step closer moving to the next chapter in your life. Do not rush. It's not all the glamour it appears to be. You think Sally Mae, Freddie Mac, those aren't your friends. I've met them, and I'm so glad to have seen them go. Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken, is about two paths. One path is well worn, the other is not so well mapped out. Frost finally decided to take the road less traveled by. We are constantly facing divergent paths, and we must take the risk of determining which way to go. The safe route is always tempting, but we know that not much will be expected of us. The uncertain route is much more difficult. It may prove not worth the risk, or it may offer more than we ever hoped for. Life keeps us asking you to make choices. If you're strong and courageous, you could be off to a great new adventure. So young people, I ask you, what will you choose today? Before I go, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the past worthy Grand Matrons who are in the audience. We have past worthy Grand Matron Marie Bowden Lockhart, who also serves as the Grand Associate Matron. We have Sister Lynette Tyler Sumter, our elected Grand Officers, Sister Keisha Bell, our Grand Lecturer, Sister Darrell Brown Bishop, all members of the Order of the Eastern Star, will you please stand and be recognized? I thank you all for coming out and supporting. God bless.
We're almost at the end of our program. Scholars, before I make this introduction, I want to just say to you, you all have my email. Please keep in contact with me. Send us a little note and say, hey, thank you. Send us a note. Those of you who received the scholarship for the Carmela Di Paola Fund, send me a note so I can forward it to Mr. Di Paola and show your gratefulness and gratitude for these scholarships. I like to say this here every year to the students. Because some students go to college and they start getting these anxiety attacks and stuff and worrying about, oh, what I'm going to fail. You got to always know that, so what if you fail? Just get back up and keep going. And I always say to the students, so what if you make a grade of C or B? My advice to you is to concentrate on learning your desired field of interest. The boss is not going to be concerned about whether or not you made an A, or whether you graduated summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and in some of you all cases, it will be thank you, laude, and God help me, laude. Yeah. They want to know that you are capable of doing the job that you are hired to perform. The more you educate yourself and the better you apply your craft, the less competition you will have. Surround yourselves with positive people. Try to make smart decisions and good choices. Don't be afraid to fail. Just be ready to get back up and overcome those challenges. Okay? Make us proud. At this time, if there are any head of houses of the various houses in the jurisdiction, if you can please stand and be acknowledged. We have the illustrious Commandress of Syria Court. Introduce yourself. What? So we have many appointed Grand Lodge officers in here. You're not going to introduce yourself, but please stand and be recognized. All the appointed Grand Lodge officers. We have District Deputy Grand Masters. We have internal security. We have a lot of right worshipables. Thank you. Now it becomes my duty to introduce the elected Grand Lodge officers of this most worshipful Prince Saul Grand Lodge. I'm going to start with our Right Worshipful Grand Secretary, Right Worshipful Brother Sammy Belton. Our Grand Treasurer, Right Worshipful Brother Grover Tucker Owens. Our Right Worshipful Junior Grand Warden, Right Worshipful Brother Robert C. Young Sr. Our Right Worshipful Senior Grand Warden, Right Worshipful Brother Colin M. Harrell. And I'm your Deputy Grand Master, the Deputy Grand Master, Justin A. Petty. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce to some and present to others the 71st Most Worshipful Grand Master of this Most Worshipful Prince Saul Grand Lodge, with lodges in the island of Trinidad and Tobago, Rhoda, Spain, the Netherlands, Maine, and New Hampshire, the jurisdiction of Massachusetts, in the name of the Honorable Yves R. Mignon. Please rise and receive him.
Please be sitting. I know today is Sunday, it's a long day, but we are pretty much at the end of the program. First, allow me to do some in-house business. First, I want to thank the committee for a job well done, Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master being the chairman. With all members of the committee, please stand to be recognized, all the members. Thank you. It's so often said that the outcome always looks easy But believe me, there's a lot of hard work putting behind closed door to have this evening a successful evening. A few years ago, I appointed Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master to be chairman of this committee. It's by far one of the best decisions I've ever made for this Grand Lodge. As you heard, he's in education. He's a professor himself, so education is very dear to his heart. And he truly takes this committee very dear to his heart. When he becomes Deputy Grand Master, I had to ask him, would he like to be removed or have somebody else to serve in that committee as chairman? He almost threw the chair at me. He's like, no, Grant, so that's why he's here and doing a great job. Yeah, as you heard, I was introduced as the 71st Worshipful Grand Masters, Prince Hall being the first. I'm pretty sure to the students, to our own recipient that's here this evening with us, when you're upstairs, the deputy give you a history of Prince Hall. But let me emphasize that Prince Hall, some of us, some think that Prince Hall is the name of this building. Prince Hall was actually a living man, a slave from Africa to the Caribbean. He arrived to this country in the 1700s. In the early 1700s, he was one of the most influential black men in America. 14 black men plus Prince Hall making 15 were raised Master Mason at Castle Island, March 6, 1775, 1 year before independence of America. Prince Hall believed in education. He was one of the first, or not was one of the first, he was the first to build a school not far from here in Roxbury for young black girls and young black girls learn how to read and write. One of the first that petitioned Massachusetts Congress houses to abolish slavery in America, 1774, 1775, 77, and 79. And of course, all 4 times it was denied. So we are here this evening standing on the shoulders of those 15 black men. That's paved the way for us to be here to call Prince Hall. On his passing, in honor of his name, we changed the name and called Prince Hall Grand Lodge. Right now, we have about 47 jurisdictions throughout the world. Some 500,000 men, 300,000 women can trace their origin right here in Boston from African Lodge 459 Charter. Again, it is an honor for us to be here, standing on his shoulder. Prince Hall being the first, it is indeed a privilege for me to have this evening with me the 68th Pastoral Grand Master, Frederick B. Sumner. Whenever we do an event like that, we always extend our invitation to dignitary in our community. We have this evening with us one that's serving this community in his own capacity, in his own way. I'd like to bring forward, he's a very laid-back brother. He's the Deputy Superintendent for the Police Department of Boston, none other but Eddie Crispin. Come forward, sir. Out of respect for the office, you're always allowed to bring remarks. Any remarks, sir?
Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I want to congratulate every single young person today that received a scholarship from Prince Hall. I strongly believe in education. I spent 7 years in school past high school. I think the one thing that I truly believe in is education for the sake of education, not for the sake of getting a job. But I will tell you this, education is invaluable. It'll open doors for you. It'll allow people to look at you differently, but most importantly, it will give you education. It will give you knowledge that'll open up doors that you would never have believed you could have gotten into. So I congratulate everybody here. Continue to push forward, continue to persevere, continue to thrive.
We want to give special thanks to the guest speaker for taking his time this evening to come to bring you some word of wisdom. You can go ahead. If you don't mind, sir, I would like you for you to come forward, sir, if you don't mind for a minute. on behalf of the Small Church of Prince Hall Grand Lodge, I want to thank you for being here this evening to deliver this powerful message to our young. And I'm pretty sure those memories will forever stand in their mind and their heart. On behalf of the Grand Lodge, sir, I would like to give you a token of love. Please accept it in the way and manner we will give it to you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And we also had this evening our young, talented young lady that came in and sang Michael Jackson for us. That's one of my favorite songs. And as she stated, she's also one of our recipients. And very often, as a deputy said, we keep contact with our students. And some of them, write us letter. Some of them send us pictures and send us email. And we're very grateful to that because on Freemasonry, we don't get paid to do our service. It's a labor of love. We're here because we believe somehow, somewhere, if we can only touch one life, we did our job. That's all we believe. To touch one life, our job is accomplished. That's what we believe in. With that, I'd like for Shantel to come forward, please. Please accept this token of love from us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And to our brothers and sisters that's live right now on YouTube watching us from overseas and from all over the jurisdiction, we thank you for taking your time. We know you couldn't be here this evening in person, but the fact that you take your time to be on Facebook, on YouTube, to watch this program, that means a lot to us. To my three sons, Christopher, Stefan, and Tyler, they're up there watching. And to my stepsons, Ronnie and Michael, we want to thank you for taking your time. And I want to also say thank you to the person that's the back of, that's supporting me. That's my backbone, because I just came from New York for the annual session Wednesday, and we came back yesterday. I'm here today. Next weekend, we're going to New Jersey. The following weekend, we're going to Delaware. So we're pretty much very active. I would not be able to do this without her support. She's a past-worthy matron. She's the third generation of this institution. Past-worthy matron, Lisa Thomas. Thank you. My lady. If I don't say that, I won't be able to go home. Lisa Thomas. To Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master Justin Epedi. To Worthy Grand Matron Heavenly Mitchell. To the elected Grand Lodge officers, past Worshipful Grand Masters. To our guest speaker, Minister Marvin L. Venay. To the distinguished guests, head of houses of the Prince Hall family, appointed Grand Lodge officers, Worshipful Masters, worthy matrons. To our distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, to everyone within the sound of my voice, good evening. Greetings. Good morning, good evening, good evening. I bring you greetings from my office as the 71st Small Social Grand Master and re-elected of the Small Social Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Massachusetts. It is indeed an honor for me to stand before you this evening. Welcome to our Grand Lodge. Congratulations to our students on being the recipients of our scholarship award and for your achievement you have made thus far. My message for you this evening, my message to you is to treat people kindly, be useful, and use your time well. Try to make the new they count. Don't ever let somebody tell you that you cannot do something. You gotta protect your dream, and don't be afraid to take risks. You have got to take risks. You cannot succeed without the risk of failure, and you cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism. But you must take those risks. Empathy is a choice, and is a vulnerable choice. Remember, every failed experiment is one step closer to your success. Believe in yourself. Regardless of the situation, And regardless of the scoreboard, you are going to succeed. You are going to be very successful in life. I would encourage you to always be present and open to the moment that is unfolding before you. Make sure you are always at the table, because more often, if you are not at the table, you are most likely be on the menu. And if you are not invited to the table, bring your folding chair. You don't have to chase and beg anyone to sit at the table. Above all, the most important things in your life is to live your life with integrity and not give into peer pressure to try to be something that you are not. Don't go alone to get along. As Steve Jobs said, your life is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Passionately play your position, no matter how bad things get. Simon Sinek once said, the infinite player isn't playing the number one. They are playing to outlast the competition. In conclusion, I would like to share with you a quote from Rocky Balboa. Who knows Rocky Balboa? The world ain't all shine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hate you as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard it hit or how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how your reigning is done. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me let him do that, because he tried to make me do his job for him. That's why I come to the microphone. Because he got to go home tonight, too.
First of all, let me just thank you, Grandmaster. I want to thank my son, Justin. He's on the camera there working for me. And Brother Gerald Lagan from Widow Son Lodge also holding down the IT stuff down there, making sure the stream goes well and so forth. Thank you for doing your job. But the Grandmaster is right. I really want to go home tonight. So I want to recognize my family, my wife, and my two daughters, Colleen, Celeste, and Jolene. Yes. Can I come home? So at this time here, we are at the end of our program. Thank you for your patience. We will be singing Lift Every Voice and Sing. So if I ask if you please rise, and following the singing of Lift Every Voice and Sing, it's in your...
Let them know we have food right there, but let the student go there first.
Yep.
Bring their chairs up. Let the student go there first.
Following the singing of Lift Every Voice and Sing, we will have the benediction by Right Worshipful Brother Ian G. Wilson, and we will also have he will bless the coalition. We have a coalition prepared for you tonight, but please let the scholars partake first. Let the scholars partake first. Again, rings with the harmony. Scholars, those of you who got the book awards, please don't leave until we're getting those book awards to you today, right today. We'll now have Right Worshipful Ian G. Wilson to do the benediction and bless the coalition.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to be here today to hear the words of inspiration to the young adults and their parents. We ask that as we leave here today, you give us traveling mercies to return to our homes. We ask for all things that we may enjoy life, as we were given life, that we may enjoy all things. By the might of your Spirit, lift us, we pray, to your presence, where we may be still and know that you are God. Lord, thank you for this food which we're about to receive. Bless the hands which prepared the food. May it be nourishment for our body and soul. Let nothing frighten you. Let nothing trouble you. Whoever has God lacks nothing. Continue to bless and protect us. All these things we ask through your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. All the people say, Amen.
Thank you. Gerald, can you put a little music on? Motown?
What's happening with the chick?
Huh?
Right here?